Hello, dear watchers! How are you all doing today? There's quite a wonderful moon outside, isn't it? Internet makes for quite a wondrous mean to share some entertainment. And what you're about to partake in is no different. Enjoy the show, and what is it that kids say nowadays? Like and subscribe. And if you don't watch this, I will be watching you.
All right. Finally. Oh yeah, I kind of, I kind of forgot to record the first thingamajig, and technically I already have a save file, but I gotta show that intro. So we're starting a new game. Yeah, we playing as Karen, cause she gets a really cool skill right off the bat. In intro. I mean, you get it as long as you know options to pick, but yeah, I really like it. It's honestly one of my favorite skills to use in the game because it really makes fights easier. Like some of them you can just avoid altogether, and some of them the enemy um easier to deal with. But yeah, I'm not feeling too creative. We can just keep her as Karen, and I'm going on because I am big baby. I want games to be easy. I want to have fun. I don't want to rage quit in the first 5 seconds. Oh man, better get ready for this. Because we are gonna do a lot of reading. Like, so much. Gonna read, like, 3 whole paragraphs. My god. But first, gotta get this cat comfy. Come on. Get in your little cat bed just for you. Get here, baby. Get comfy. Okay. Listening sound of the tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but to let your mind wander. Reminisce what has led you to this point in life. You were always a curious child. Your elder siblings and your nanny had to keep you out of harm's way to the best of their abilities. Just a moment's lapse in their vigilance and you'd be running behind a corner for one of your many misadventures. Your parents were always busy. They had very little time for you and your brothers. Instead, you were mostly raised by Dahlia, the nursemaid of the household, a tall woman in her 30s originating from the Eastern Sanctuary. In your memory, she was alright. Something always felt off about her. Your parents were fresh aristocrats in the Burman Empire. Despite being highly thought of, they were outsiders among the noble, for they have risen to power by their own means and thus didn't have any strong roots amongst the other blue blood of the Burman. This pardon me. This proved I'm okay. Trying so hard not to stumble over myself, but it's easy for me to mess up on a sentence. So let's do this. This proved out to be a problem with tensions between Burman borders rising with the different factions rising to prominence around the country. The situation looked bad for your family as you didn't have strong lineage to back you up. When it came time to throw someone at the wolves to please the general public, the Sawyer family was the first to go. Certain populist factions were able to agate. I do not know how to pronounce that word. I'm sure it's something super duper easy that I've said a bajillion times, but for some reason I just can't. So moving on. The common people to start riots, and a huge mob headed towards your family manor. In a hurry, your parents gave you to Dahlia's safekeeping and told her to leave the country. They would look you up when things had settled down, or at least that's what Dahlia told you afterward. You were still a bit young to remember properly, but you could have sworn Dahlia never consulted your parents about your departure. In your memories, Dahlia just flat out kidnapped you. Whatever the case, you and Dahlia traveled to Jeddah, the capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, recently named Eastern Union after they joined forces with the okay, try and pronounce more words. Boralian Republic. The culture shock was quite drastic. You've never seen such poverty and such riches side by side and in the street view. All the unfair sounds and scents from spice vendors that circled your automobile. It was all too much for you as you were going breathless by the minute. Dahlia struggled to contain you as you opened the car door and jumped out of the moving vehicle. Convince passers-by that you've been kidnapped. You learn Persuade. Despite the language barrier, you managed to convince some of the people of your distress. Once Dahlia came following with her excuses, she had a lot of convincing to do to get the people to give you back to her. Dahlia tried to assure you that you had nothing to worry about, but once again, she gave that off feeling you didn't know what that was. What it was. But you seemed to have a sixth sense when it came to judging people's character and honesty. But there was not much you can do, considered just a child after all. You ended up living with Dahlia in a rather decent-looking building. She was cashing checks to maintain your lifestyle. Dahlia's version of the truth was that your parents were looking after you by sending money, but you had a feeling it was ransom money Dahlia kept spending. It wasn't all bad, though. Growing up in the Eastern Union gave you some perspective at the very least. The way the local authority oppressed the locals made you very wary of those in power. In your teenage years, you started spending more time with various civil rights organizations that were active in Jeddah. During one of the weekly protests, the local army decided to make an example of your group. The armored officers pummeled brutally those in the first row of the demonstration. Help those who were wounded. Excuse me. Luckily, you had prepared for situations like this, and you had various first aid items with you. Cloth fragments, 2 blue bolts. You tried to bandage one of your unconscious comrades, but the army officers reached you in no time and proceeded to beat you to the ground. You woke up in the hospital. There were people from the Burman embassy waiting for you to wake up. Apparently, the protest had gained some I know how to pronounce this word. Alright, this is publicity, and they had noticed you on television. You explained your situation to them, and they took you into their custody. Soon you were already on a plane flight headed back to Burman. You were reunited with your mother and her new husband. The rioting mobs had burned down your family manor all those years ago, and your father had died during the unrest. You never heard of Dahlia again, but apparently she had indeed kidnapped you, and you were living off the ransom money your new stepfather had barely been able to put together. Your sixth sense seemed to be working as intended. Your turbulent life had left a mark in you, and you had trouble staying still for too long. Instead of settling down properly, you became a journalist at a very young age. The situation in Berman seemed very suspicious to you. A mysterious person known as Kaiser was appointed as the Chancellor of the Berman Empire without any prior involvement in the country's politics. He had appeared seemingly out of nowhere and taken control of the whole country. Kaiser was partly responsible for what happened to your father, as it was him who had been rallying up people against the nobility of the country. But it wasn't just that, you also got a major off vibes from this person. That's why you dug deep to uncover his past. Nothing seemed to make sense, though. There were connections between the Kaiser and so-called secret society called the New Gods. But that started to sound like a petty conspiracy theory the more you read into it. Still, your sixth sense was tingling. The New Gods were a group that had been talked about since the cruel ages of history. They were the typical secret society controlling different nations from behind the curtains and puppeteering those seemingly in power. There were several people in the modern global politics linked to this group. The more you investigated the subject, the more it started to look as if this group was behind the last two great wars that had ravaged the world. Something big was definitely brewing in Europa. When Kaiser occupied Prehavel, the capital of Bohemia, only to shortly make a truce with the Eastern Union. That's when your alarm bells started to ring loud. Something was definitely off. You decided to take off and travel to Bohemia yourself. This long trip ahead of you, how did you prepare for this trip? Self-defense items. Pistol, bullets, fencing armor. You felt tense since the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you see nightmares of the horrors that would await you in Prehavel. Are they just dreams? You can't help but to feel like there is more to the dreams than mere logic would dictate. Yes, and we'll save over the old one. Come on. Skip intro. No. You felt like someone was watching you while you slept. No answer. No answer. Alright. Can't go wrong with the light blue vial. Ooh, that's good too. Ooh, nice. Hopefully we can find an alchemy book. A wall of suitcases. Something feels off. A butterfly. Oh wait, I want to equip that because it gives me more physical defense. I don't need the gun for now. Can I run? No, you can't run. This place is not the train anymore. You. I've been looking for you everywhere. Where do you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we're in? Obedience is the key. That's the only way we'll be able to meet the quotas. Now get back to your workbench. This is your last chance. Next time is punishment time. Get busy, we got a tight deadline. If we don't make it, I'll have to make the next batch of cubes out of your back skin. What you goggling at? There's nothing to see here, eyes on the cubes. Work or rip those eyes out of your pretty face. Alright, let's get cubing. Yeah. Best dance. The girl in pink is trying to get your attention. Interesting. In the demo, she actually talked to you. But I guess now she don't. Where do you think you're going? Oh no. I said no. I I'm sorry. Someone chases you and immediately just sits down in front of you. Nice. Yeah. It's funny. People don't think that they can run away from this guy, but it's actually super easy. He's like the easiest enemy to run away from. Ever. Period. If you ever get caught by him, just run. Oh, there's this guy. I like this cube, geometrical shaped guy with the eye hole. He's cool. That's an awkward pause. Ah, there you are. Mysterious person greets you in a monotonous voice. Got you pulled out of that nasty place. You were going deep into that rabbit hole. Now that you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon, welcome to the Moon Tower. Thanks. Or welcome. Since our words could not possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, let's just say he is the delinquent one. Ranir, trickster moon god. And me? You can call me Prekiel. I'm just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer. He has the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in his jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. Festival. It is a festival to give you, the humans, a peek to a grandeur. There we go. And a chance to reach for illustrious heights. The festival to end all festivals. This all must be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That's all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight. You wake up suddenly. All just a dream. The train. It has seemed to have stopped. It's always the intros that are the most grueling at times. But still, you need a lot of context for that story. The man in the suit is talking to himself. He seems to be completely lost in his own thoughts. I'm late already. So late. So that must be the best course of action for now. You interrupt a discussion. Oh, the pretty lady got up. Hee hee. Good question. We're pretty puzzled about this situation, too. The train left us all here, at the outskirts of the city. All the train, personnel, everyone gone. No explanation. It's a mystery, all right. In any case, we decided to stay and wait here for a while. Someone has to come for the train sooner or later. So if you're not in a hurry, I just recommend taking a seat inside and maybe try and relax. Maybe we could introduce ourselves. My name is Marina. My name is Olivia. Lovely to meet you all. You can call me August. Hey, I'm Henrik. If you need any help with anything, let me know. And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa. Was it Osa, right? Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. Before you came out, we were talking about this. Did you happen to see a particular nightmare before waking up? Everyone saw the same dream, like the exact same. The moon, the girl in a pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. I was saying, it must have been a premonition of some kind. The moon and that servant dude wanted to inform us of something important. Too bad the dream just ended before it got to the juicy bits. A premonition, like a fortune telling? I guess you could put it like that. That's absurd. You can't really believe superstitious crap like that. Well, let's hear your theory out then. I don't know. Maybe everyone was in a stupor after waking up. You guys started to babble about stuff right away, so you just thought you had the same dream. Now that I think about it, I'm not I'm not so convinced I saw the same dream anymore. You saw the dream. You said it before. Don't go backpedaling here. You really did say so. It's my word. I can backpedal all I want. I say it was nothing. We should just move on. Whatever. I also had an idea, but it's a little grim. Never mind. Never mind I said anything. It's stupid. Grim. Now you got me curious. Well, everything has this surreal quality to it, almost as if we're still in a dream. What if the train crashed and we all died? And what we are experiencing is the afterlife or the purgatory. Or maybe our subconsciousness is going through our lives, like our lives flashing before our eyes before the darkness. Yeah, maybe. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. Forget it, please. Haha, don't worry. I like where your head's at. I doubt that's the case, though. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty alive. Glad you agree. I'm actually an occultist. I've studied this stuff for years. I recognize from miles away when there are higher powers at play. So premonition it is, then. Glad we found the answer. We could spend the afternoon guessing what's going on, but we wouldn't get any wiser. I agree with Henrik that we should just move on. Look up over there, the forest top. You can see the tower standing erect in the mist. That tower marks the center of Prehavel. You can take a hike through the forest to get there. It's not that far away. Have fun. You know where to find us if anything comes up. Wait here, I guess. I'm not in a hurry. Alright, let's talk with Mr. Takanaka. Good afternoon. It's Kira Takanaka. Good to meet your acquaintance. It's really troublesome what has come of our train trip. I'm not entirely certain on what to do. I have some urgent business at the city. Should I go on foot or wait for the train to continue? Oh yeah, fun fact. If you start attacking people now, you can't run away. That's probably one of the fights that you simply can't back out of. But a good portion of them, you can. Wait at the train. Maybe I'll do that, yes. Oh, whoa. Nice day, isn't it? If you say so. Nice weather to enjoy the outdoors. Just don't go wandering off too far, my friend, okay? Do here. Nothing much. Just a twist of fate, perhaps. I'm just passing through. True enough. It's peaceful in its own right, don't you think? Do not fret. I'm sure if you stay at the train, it'll be alright. I think I should get inside. The mist is creeping in. Oh, I think the forest bed here is very fascinating. There seems to be all kinds of medical herbs growing around. Oh, yes, of course. I think that the dream means. Everything does feel like a dream, doesn't it? There is an ethereal feel to everything. Something more. Never mind. Look at that behind. Are you dead serious? If you keep that up, I'll come up with better use for this wrench. How about making yourself useful? Maybe I'll do just that. Just wait and see, Ginger. Yes, go make me proud. What is it that you want? To your story. The story is never concerned. Besides, I do not wish to bore you with such tedious and dragged out stories. Her colorful attires got my attention. It's a traditional wear for my kind. I am a yellow mage. I recognize the clothing. We are not as known to the public as we once were. He doesn't seem to be interested in small talk. And there he goes, wandering off into the unknown. Oh, hi. We weren't introduced before. I'm Abella. Nice to meet you. I'm a bit busy right now. I'm trying to check if I can get the train working in order again. It's not just that the train has stopped for some reason, won't start up either. Just checking up on things. Army barricades. How peculiar. Beats me. They rarely mean anything good though, do they? Probably just head out too. There's no telling how long it takes for someone to come for the train. Besides, the city is right around the corner. The sleepy one. Just feeling a little artistic. Actually, I hate drawing. I'm really bad at it. Luckily, ritual circles don't require the same skills. Honestly, I just had an ominous feeling about all this. Maybe this little carving will have some use. Here, I can loan this. Once the circle is done, you might find some use for it too. Alright, Skin Bible, God of Fear and Hunger. Just give the book back later, okay? My story, you gotta be more specific. I'm too complicated for just a few lines of dialogue. It's my hometown. I'm originally from Prehavel, but I never met in a conversation that I was from such a depressed and godforsaken small town. So you only make yourself look stupid if you go spreading the word. From studies, I've been studying occultism for about 6 years in the Vatican City. I feel like slinging my wrist right about now. I'm not exactly a fan of the Prehelian melancholy. What the fuck do you want? What's your problem? Oh, hold on, let's... His expression keeps getting more grim. That fucking does it. What was that? He seems to have some issues. That's putting it mildly. Something seems off about him, though. It's probably best to just ignore him. Oh yeah, papers. Alright, we got a map. Alrighty. Oh yeah, you can also press the M button for map. It's really useful. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. We got a lot to do on day one. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to follow Mr. Takanaka to see where he ends up. Alright, finding some good stuff already. Alright. Look, it's always a good idea to collect rotten meat. Never know when you might need it. Man, finding a lot of good food items. Rat. Alrighty, finding a lot of good stuff that we are to need. An eerie silence fills the air, devoid of any life. Oh, hello! Wait, come back! Did you hear something from ahead? Wait for me. What is that? What on earth is going on? They are dead. Yeah, no dip. This is horrible. Should we report this to someone? Local police? And I just like seeing all the new stuff that's in the main game. Because I have played the demo for the longest time, so it's cool to see the differences. Like, I like how things are more... What's the word I'm looking for? Developed, passed out, more... less sparse. There we go, that's the word I'm looking for. Alright, I do want to fight him. grip, you cock the gun, switch to safety on and off. You were teaching Sito how to wield the thing. Termina is upon us. You hate the... Oh, God. You used to hate the mere idea behind firearms. As simple tools they really are, it is the humans behind the guns that disgust you now. Yeah, I pressed... Oh, get away from me. Ah, no. Ah, damn it, I missed. Might not be enough to kill him. Damn it! Shit. He might be weak enough. Let's find out. Ah, great. Oh, you know what? That's okay. Oh, this is turning out great. Okay. Shit. Karen is grabbed by the bony grafts of the appendage. Violently, the thing thrusts its tentacle down the throat. Tendrils can be felt squeezing. The vile thing squirts warm it's into Karen something. This is okay. Alrighty, well, good first start, not gonna lie. So, I'll end it here. I, you know, sometimes you just say, okay, I'm good for now. Bye.